Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another Ship and Shop video. My name is Lori. I'm a reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and whatnot. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy that you found me. I do this series called Ship and Shop where I show you some of the items that have sold on various platforms, and then we go thrifting. Sometimes I do it in the same day. Sometimes we're jumping ahead, jumping back in time. Today we're going to jump back in time when you see the Thrift With Me portion of the video. But today's video is very special to me because I took a different approach to my thrifting. Typically, I'm a person who gets excited and I have a really hard time saying no to a good deal or something that I know I can flip or something I want to save. Today I really focused and I only took home the items that I felt really good about. In most cases I was looking for items that would profit over $30. A couple of the pieces that I bought were just reliable brands that I knew would flip relatively quickly. Let's go downstairs first and we are going to pull the items that sold today. One in particular, one sale just came through. I haven't even filmed that portion yet, and it's something that I bought at this Thrift With Me, so I'm very excited about it. It was a huge profit. It was a new brand to me. So let's go downstairs, we'll pull some items, then we'll go thrifting, and then we'll do the haul at the end. If you're having a good time at any point today, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I would love so much for you to be part of my YouTube family. Okay, let's go. So the first bundle included these awesome suede heels from Coach. Aren't these gorgeous? I picked these up at a thrift store that I don't go to very often, but I do need to get back to. It's in Boston. So let's add these to the steps. Next item in this bundle is a unique pair of pants that I've had for a while by the brand James. They have like faux leather knee-high kind of boots built in. Well, not boots, they just go up over the knee. I'll show you. They're really cool. It's supposed to be in this bin. You never do know. I think these are them here. Yes, I can feel it. Okay, so here is the label. What do you think? You helping me? You're a sweet helper. Look at how cool these are. They have like this zipper here, and they come all the way down here. I think it's like faux leather. I had these listed for $75. I'll go over the breakdown. I can't remember exactly what it is, but the bundle sold for a decent amount. Okay, now we need a skirt, Lou. Here we go. It's in here. The third item in this bundle is a Wild Fable skirt. I had this priced at $22. So the shoes I had priced at $59, the pants at $75, this skirt at $22, and I sold the bundle for $100 for the three pieces. These jeans have been around for a long time. Next item, forgive this pile of bags. I think I have enough. Luckily, this one was right on top. This sold in a bundle with a really amazing vintage leather coat that I've had for so long, and I knew the right buyer would come along, so it's upstairs in the closet. I'll show you. But before we go upstairs, I have to grab a skirt that sold on eBay. This is a St. John skirt that I found at the bins, you guys. I priced it to sell because, I'll show you over here, some of the beadwork was missing. See how that's missing? And yeah, there are like a couple things. So St. John is kind of a slow mover for me, but at the bins, you know, obviously going to grab it. And it sold pretty quickly. So it sold for $40. I was happy with that. I had it listed for $55 and it sold for $40. You know, these skirts go for hundreds as retail. So this was a good deal, but I'm excited for the sale. All right, let's head upstairs. We'll grab everything else. So I had this yellow tote bag priced at $28, and this was something I bought this summer during my Viewer's Choice Thrift Challenge. So not something I would have necessarily picked up, but it went phenomenally well with one of my summer outfit, I believe, or my spring outfit. So this was a style-based pickup, so I'm always happy when my style-based stuff sells. So I had that priced at $28. I had the leather jacket that you're about to see priced at $125. So a little over $150, and I accepted a $90 offer because I have had this jacket for so long. I paid $10 for it. I remember it was like a little hole-in-the-wall thrift store. You guys, all of these jackets in here are for sale. This is like my coat closet and our Monopoly collection, which I need to sell all those, and I just don't have the energy to do it. Okay, so where is this leather coat? These are all items for sale. I see it. There it is. Let's grab it. Wait till you see how cool this is. Such a 70s vibe throwback. Check it out. When I saw this, I'm like, someone is going to love this, but I have had it for such a long time. And there are little issues with it. Like there's a mark here that I noted. But the belt is here, right? Isn't this so cool? $90 for the bundle. So in my heart, I'm saying this was about a $75 sale, and then that bag was $15. But $90 for the two, not bad. I gotta package this up. So I'm heading into one of my favorite thrift stores that is located about 10 miles outside of Boston, not even. I'm gonna take you with me, hoping to find some really great things to sell on Poshmark, eBay, and whatnot. Let's see what we can find. So I found these two sets for Tail, the tennis brand, and they're really cute. Actually, I found three. They're complete sets. I just don't know. I have to look up comps on these. This is really cute. And then this one too. I found a third, but I left it behind until I looked up comps. But how cute are those? One of the things I found I'm very excited about are some Love Shack Fancy pieces. This is my first time finding Love Shack Fancy in the wild. Pretty excited. Got this, extra small. And then there was a matching top too. So excited for this. I have a cute little Love Shack Fancy outfit. Oh my gosh, I just looked up the retail on this stuff. It's insane. Praying nothing's wrong with this. Karen Callahan. Definitely bringing this home. This would be cute for my kids' show. This Lululemon jacket, but then something unfortunate happened to that sleeve. Black label Ralph Lauren, but I think this means $12.99. I gotta look that up. Okay, before getting started on today's haul, I want to share with you some of the additional items that sold. One was the big fun item that I'll share with you in a minute. And then prior to that selling, I sold this cute little girl's dress in a velvet material or velour, really pretty, by the company named Stamp. It sold for $22, and that sold the day before I had my Whatnot sale. My kids' sale on Whatnot went very well. I was not sure how it was going to go, but I did have one woman who bought 31 items. She spent $340 on 31 kids items. She was buying for all of her grandchildren. Shout out to Deb if you're here. Then there was another Debbie who purchased 11 items, and I had just over 80 items in the show. It just goes to show you that sometimes with Whatnot, it just takes a couple of the right buyers to be in the show, and they can make all the difference. 2 women purchased more than half of the 80 items. 2 women. So it's crazy, but it can be the reverse too. I mean, you can have the best stuff and just not have the right buyers in the room. So Whatnot is a little bit more of a gamble, but that show was $809 and I sold 81 items, I believe. So it was like just about $10 per item. That was my average sale for kids stuff. And I noticed when I was going through the inventory, which was so crazy, as I was removing things off of Vendoo, marking them sold, pulling them off of Poshmark or eBay or the various platforms they were on, so many of them were not listed. They were inventoried and in the bucket, and I had never even listed them. The fact that I haven't gone through those bins is a problem, and that's something that I'm starting to work on right now. So I was sending out a lot of offers on kids items right before the sale. The only thing that actually ended up selling on Poshmark was this little girl's dress. It sold for $22. I think I had it listed for $25. Some of you may remember my wild beaver hat that I was sporting in my last haul from my rummage sale. This was a full price sale. It sold for $32. The brand is definitely a bolo brand as far as hats go. It's Gorin Brothers, Goorin. And if you watch that haul, as I was talking, I'm like, wait a second, I know this brand because I've sold something from this brand before, so I've done a little bit of research. I listed it for $32, got a few likes right out of the gate and sent out offers for $25, I think, with discounted shipping. And then this morning, somebody came in with a full priced purchase. Sorry, lost my words there. So yeah, wild beaver hat out the door, $32. I paid $1 for this at the rummage sale. Now for my haul, my small but mighty haul from a store near Boston. It's funny because when I left this store, I remember driving home and chatting with some friends and saying, gosh, it didn't really feel like a great day. I mean, I found the Love Shack Fancy, which was like, that in and of itself was so amazing because I've never found Love Shack Fancy out in the wild. I mean, I've seen it at like TJ Maxx. American Girl actually did a collab with Love Shack Fancy, and I think it's still available. It's a beautiful line they have doll and little girl clothes, but I've never found it out in the wild. And when I found that skirt, I'll talk a little bit more about it when I show it to you in the haul, but the retail price of it was way more than I had anticipated. I did not look up comps on the Love Shack Fancy. I was like, thank you very much, thank you very much. Didn't look up comps until I got home. This shirt that I showed in the thrift with me, this Karen Callahan, I knew this was something special because I did look up some of the sold comps as well as the listings on this brand because I had never heard of it. And the only thing that made me pause was that it was a brand that was unfamiliar to me. It was 100% cotton, but the tag was it just seemed like a quality piece. I don't know if you can really get the quality based on just like what you're seeing on film, but it's that really thick cotton, really beautiful. And even the tag was made out of cotton. It wasn't like a flimsy tag. That's all it was. I say all the time, you have to be curious when it comes to reselling because there's nothing else about this shirt that's very special that would have prompted me to look it up other than I was curious about this quality tag. So I looked it up, sure enough, comps looked great. However, it had foundation all around the collar. And I was really discouraged by that because, you know, it was such a great piece. And I brought it up to the register and I said, is there anything you can do for this? And they wouldn't change the price. And I think they charged me $5 for this. It was either $5 or $6.50. I really think they charged me $5. So I decided to take it anyways, take a chance. I often say this, take it home, research it, see what I can do. Maybe this is the type of brand that would sell even with a stain. Anyways, I was able to get all of the stains out. So if you look at the collar now, I washed it twice. I did some just like spray and wash, let it sit, washed it, came out. Most of it was gone, but it wasn't all gone. Did it again, and then like rubbed the actual detergent on there and hung it to dry. and it looks fantastic. I listed it for $75. And I was like, gosh, am I really gonna get $75 for this? And when I did a little research, it was like the Breton Miles shirt. All of the sold comps were north of $60, all the way up to like $85. Some of those were new with tag. There weren't any available that I could see, or the one that was available was new with tag, more expensive. There weren't many available, if any, so I decided to list it for $75. I listed it last night before I went to bed at like 10 or 10:30 p.m. on Poshmark and eBay. I woke up this morning to a $45 offer on this. So I countered, I believe, at $60 or 65. Maybe I counted at 65 because I listed this at 75. My potential buyer came back with a $55 offer. So then I'm like, $55 is really good if I paid $5 for this. So I looked at comps. Again, everything was selling $70 or above. So I'm like, no, and this is when I'm like, no, maybe you shouldn't be greedy, Lori. But it hadn't even been listed for 12 hours. I countered at $60 or $65. I basically repeated what my first counter was, even after they came back at $55. I go about my business with the morning, make my coffee. It's like 9 a.m., 9:15, and I get a notification on eBay that this had sold. I'm like, oh my gosh, this sold in less than 10 hours. I can't even believe it. She must have taken my offer. So I go and look, and no, it wasn't her. Somebody else came in and bought it full price. Karen Callahan, who knew? This is definitely a great bolo that I had never heard of. So I'm gonna show you the tag one more time. I made 10 times my money in 10 hours on this shirt. Couldn't believe it. When I was in this store, it took me a long time to look at comps, to go over things. There were a lot of things that I was excited about, and then later saw a stain. I took a long time at the store. This was a good day for me because I didn't have any time constraints, and oftentimes I come on here and I'm like, oh, I was in a hurry and I missed this, this, and this. This time I really did take my time, but I left with just a handful of things, and it felt a little empty to me. But now I'm realizing that was the way to go. I was excited to list everything. You'll see that everything from this haul has already been listed, which rarely happens with me. So there's definitely something to be said about quality over quantity. There's a lot to be said for it, but I just get caught up sometimes. I get too excited, or I don't have time to look things over, so I take it all home and think, well, at least I'll make some profit. I'm gonna make really great profit on this haul. So let me show you the rest of it. I mean, these two pieces are certainly what took center stage for this haul because they have always been on my bucket list, and I've just never found it out there, and they're just beautiful pieces. So this skirt retails for $268. I think it was on the Love Shack Fancy site. It was $125 on sale, but no longer available. It's got this beautiful, almost like a toile floral print. It's just gorgeous, and it's got the lace. But I mean, if you just saw this, if you were going through the rack, you'd be like, oh, that's a cute little skirt, but I wouldn't think that much. So here's the Love Shack Fancy logo, or label, I should say. Can you see that? I don't know if this is new, old. I have never found Love Shack Fancy, so I don't know. But this was, I mean, it seems like a relatively current piece. I'm probably gonna list this for about $90 and see what happens. And the comps are right there. I'll put some of the comps up on these little mini ruffle skirts so you can see them. And there aren't many of this particular pattern listed, so I think I have that in my favor. This is a beautiful top as well. It's just kind of, oh, I have it backwards. See how it has this really beautiful eyelet here. It can be worn off the shoulders. Almost. If you tighten this, you can really cinch it in, and it's in beautiful condition. This was $5 and my skirt was $6.50. And the retail, the MSRP retail value of these two items is close to $400, if not more. So $265, probably about $150 for the top. Isn't that crazy? $400 for these two pieces, retail. And I'm hoping that I'll do like maybe 75 and 75. I'm really hoping for like maybe 150 as a return, or maybe 75 and 60. I'm not really sure. Definitely my highlight of the day. I'm so excited to have found this. And I have visions of doing a reel to this with Love Shack Baby in the background. Would that be so much fun? Yes. These are the things I think about in my sleep. These were really the most exciting pieces. The other pieces are great, but I think those are going to be like the real money makers. You saw that I found another hand row piece. I have found hand row of Switzerland at this particular location probably 4 or 5 times. It was where I first found it, and then it flipped really quickly, and I was like, whoa, that's a good brand. If you don't know Hand Row of Switzerland, it's a really great loungewear, pajama brand, luxury cotton. It's just beautiful, and they are so simple. This label is often missed at stores, or it's just not a big flashy name. So oftentimes I can find it at really affordable prices. This was $5 for this nightgown, and it looked like it had been dragged a little bit, which I didn't realize until I got home. So there was some just dusty gray on the bottom. So I washed it and it came out beautiful. So I'm excited to get this listed. I will probably list this for between $50 and $70. I have one right now listed for $75. And the comps are all over the place. I think if you don't know the brand very well, and if you don't look up comps, then you would look at it and think, oh, this is a nice cotton nightgown. You might list it for $25. So there are a lot of those sold comps, but there are a lot of comps as well that are, $50, $60, $70 to $100 for a nightgown. So this brand is a definite bolo. I grabbed these Gymshark shorts, and I got lucky because I think I should have paid like $5 or $6, and I just thought this will be a quick flip. It won't be a big profit, but it should be a decently quick flip. And at the very least, I can give them to Angie. She charged me 50 cents. I don't know why. They were like folded like this, and I think she thought they were like boxer shorts. And so she charged me for like underwear. So she charged me only 50 cents. I have these listed for $28. I already have a couple likes, or maybe one like. I sent out an offer for $22 with discounted shipping. It hasn't sold yet. This has received a fair amount of attention right out of the gate as well. This is the brand Triangle from Australia. This brand was so huge a few years back. I want to say Angie was like a freshman in high school, and all of the girls were obsessed with like the color block Triangle bathing suit. This is a beautiful champagne, and it's sparkly. I was going to list this for like $50, and then I looked at what people were listing and selling them for, and a lot of people had them priced between $75, $85. I don't know if you can really appreciate. It's like a very, very soft pink, like a blush, with like a champagne sparkle over. Just gorgeous. And I did not see this particular combo. It's tiny. It's a size small, and it's beautiful. So I have this listed for $65, and we'll see how it does. I believe this will probably sell between $40 and $50, so great profit. They charged me $4 for that. I also picked this up. This is House of Harlow, 1960. I thought this was really nice. This is just a bodysuit. So soft, such a luxurious feel to this, just a beautiful staple. It's a thong bottom, new with tag. I don't buy many bodysuits unless they are new with tag. Unless they're super high end, but so this is Luxe Essentials. I think this is about $60 to $70 retail. I believe this is sold at Revolve online. It's a high-end brand, really beautiful, new with tag, gorgeous. I loved that piece. Hoping for between $40 and $50 for that. And the last thing I picked up was this Soul Cycle sweatshirt. Probably not going to be a huge return. I think I have this listed for $30 or $32. I thought if it doesn't sell for Soul Cycle, it's a good season to have this. So hopefully this will sell for about $25-ish, maybe $30 if I'm lucky. And yeah, I think I paid $5 for sweatshirts here. And I think that's it. I think that's all I picked up. So see, it wasn't a lot, but if I add up like what the approximate sales should be, it should be a decent haul. I paid $39 for this entire haul, so it wasn't expensive, which is really nice. So maybe we'll say this will go for like 20, let's be conservative, and we'll say 35 for this. I'm hoping for more, but so 55, we'll say 40 on this, 95, maybe 20. That'd be 115. Let's say 35 for this. 115, what are we at? 150. This already sold for $75, so $225. And if this is, what are we hoping for on this? What did I say? Maybe 150, even let's say 100. That's $325 for a $39 investment. And of course, then my cost of goods would come out of that and fees. But I think this was a small but mighty little haul that I'm very proud of myself for not going crazy and not spending a lot of money and coming home and actually listing the stuff. And I will say that my girl Tina is working with me, and she's just been a complete godsend. She's really taken over Whatnot for me, so she helps me prep for the shows. She's weighing everything and getting everything loaded into the app. And then she's working on days that I either have a show or the day after a show. So she's helping me ship out so many packages. So I was lucky yesterday that I had those 2 women who purchased more than half of the items. So I probably had about 40 items between Poshmark, eBay, and whatnot that went out yesterday that Tina helped me just rally. We plowed through everything and it was just so helpful. So I feel like with Tina being on board, it's been a little over a month that I've been without anybody helping, and I've really fallen behind a little bit on my Poshmark listings and stuff. So it feels so good to just do a nice little haul, get some real quality pieces and get them all listed on Poshmark. So if you're interested in any of these items, they will all be listed on Poshmark and eBay. I wrote down some of the numbers for the sales after I added everything up. In total, I sent out 9 items today. I had 2 bundles. One was a 3-item bundle, one was a 2-item bundle, and then 4 single sales. My total sales for the 9 items that went out today was $359. 2 items sold on eBay. That was the Karen Conrad shirt and the Wild Beaver. No, I'm sorry. The Karen Conrad shirt and the St. John's skirt. That was $115 on eBay. The rest were Poshmark sales. So the 9 items that sold, my average selling price was $39.66. That's decent. I'm very happy with that. Anything in the $30 range, I'm very happy with. So just some stats on the items that shipped out today. I have one more sale. These Alice and Olivia shorts just sold for $55. I'm obsessed with these shorts. Look at the detail. Aren't they absolutely stunning? Do you remember when I went to Boston with my girlfriend Kim and Angelina and her friend Ashley? I found these. So I think I paid like $5 or $6. I found the Taylor Swift sweatshirt. That was a really good haul. I'll link it here for you. So I listed these on August 10th. I listed them for $89, but now the short season is kind of leaving us, even though these you could definitely wear with tights. And I don't always pick up Alice and Olivia, but there was no way I was leaving these behind. What do I have? I have that I paid here $6. So I listed them for $89. I'd sent out an offer for like $65 or $60 with discounted shipping, and somebody came back with a $55 offer, which I accepted. That affects my numbers a little bit, but hey, so we're over $400 in sales on 10 items, a little bit over $40 average selling price. So, okay, that's really it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you would like to see more from me, I will be back real soon with another video. Thank you guys so much for being here. Love you.